Hello friends, my name is SuNN and I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Mostly I demonstrate online, but 3 times a year I host a one-day in-person event at a local venue here in Kelowna, BC. I call it Crafting at the Lake House, and this series has become a fan favorite here on YouTube. Now I've been asked to sell the written tutorial of all 14 projects, so there is a PayPal link in the description box below. PayPal will direct you to a download site after payment where you can download the tutorials immediately. One more special mention, I have a limited number of event bags left over. If you'd like to be a part of this exclusive crafting event and have a special bag, please use the link below to fill out the form to get one. Now, if there is no link, I've been sold out. Anyway, there are 14 projects to share with you, so I better get started. Remember to like this video if you like it and subscribe to get notified when another video comes out. Hello friends, welcome to card number 5 of Crafting at the Lake House. I am featuring the Warm Welcome Bundle. We're going to use the stamp set and dies, a whole bunch of colors. We're going to have fun coloring. The only thing that I would change in this card design is I would make sure that photopolymer stamp, which is what I'm inking up right now, it's a doorway or a door, if you will. I would make sure that the bottom part of the door there was a little bit more straight. I noticed that it had sort of bowed out a little bit. So anyway, one of the things that you might need to watch for if you have this bundle. So I'm stamping the kitty cat and also the tennis shoes that we are going to line at the door with tuxedo black ink. Now, I've nicknamed my boho blue Stampin' Up Stampin' Cup and Emboss machine, my mini. I've named him Johnny B. Don't ask me why, but I never nicknamed the white one, but now I have a boho blue one and now I have to nickname him. So we're calling him Johnny B, probably because of the bees, the boho blue. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Do you care? No. I've been watching the Outer Banks and there's a character on there called Johnny B. Anyway, I have die cut my doorway and then I'm also going to die cut the middle part as well. And that's where I noticed that it bowed a little bit. So I'm going to stamp on that inside piece or our negative piece, as well as I'm going to require the door. So, and I'm going to die cut the kitty out and die cut the tennis shoes out as well. There are a lot of extra pieces in this bundle, and I have to say, if you like die cutting and you have your own Johnny B machine, then you will have a lot of fun with this bundle. So this card design, I did not invent myself. I learned it from Tammy White, and she has information on how to put it together. However, I have it also at the end of this video. I have drawn out a template as well as it's in the tutorial bundle. So with my tuxedo black ink, which is what I've been stamping with all over, I ended up stamping the sentiment which says, "My door is always open for you." All right, so this is the Country Gingham Designer Series paper, and I've chosen sort of like, I don't know, like the mint green color from this. It's a beautiful gingham Designer Series paper and I love it. So I was specifically cut them to look like kitchen floors. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like a farm vibe from this. And the reason being is because the Designer Series paper that is going to go in the doorway was part of the Day at the Farm DSP, which is today is pretty much the last day that you are going to be able to get that specific Designer Series paper. because celebration is almost over, and that's it. That's all you get. Anyway, and this is the outside floor, I guess. And that was also the Day at the Farm Designer Series paper. Okay, so you see I've adhered all these little pieces together. Here's an inside piece that fits just perfectly on the inside. And then I'm going to adhere my sentiment right there, and then I'm going to put the kitty next door to it. But I'm going to have some fun coloring. So the colors that I used to color, so I used the So Saffron Dark to color the kitty. I used, I think I used Flirty Flamingo Light on his ears and cheeks, as well as for the tiniest running shoes. And then I used, now a lot of people, you might not know this, but there are some really nice markers, blends markers. And let's see, they go from 100 to 1,000. And I've chosen using 300, 400, and 500. These are different colors for skin. But, or I wouldn't say skin, but there's a wide variety, and you definitely can use these markers for all, like a rainbow of colors of skin tones, as well as browns and dark browns and light browns and peachy tones. And yeah, it's very good. So anyway, they come, there's about 10 different markers. It's something that you might want to add to your collection in case you do color. You want to color a lot of browns or, different shades of skin. So, yeah, I'm using 300 here for the outside. And then I think I used the 500 for the sort of the door panels. You could have used sort of like a pool party and created glass here in these, but you know what? I lived on the farm and there was nothing fancy when we lived on the farm, man. I mean, I remember at one point, and I am not joking, I would have been in probably 8th grade, there was a massive crack in the door where I lived. And it's not that we were poor, we were farmhands. My dad was a farmhand. So we got to live on the farm we got our rent free, and Dad would be able to work on the farm. So he would also get money as well. But, and of course I had to come along. So and I'll never forget that. There's like this massive crack right in the door. It eventually got fixed before winter. But I mean, seriously, it was 2-inch crack at the bottom. So I remember on the farm, you just didn't have a lot of extra, there wasn't a lot of fancy glass doorways. Forget about it. All right, so I put some adhesive along the bottom of, or the door, and then now I'm going to use some, what do we call this? Multi-purpose liquid glue, so that I can get a thin strip of adhesive along that. And that's exactly what I did. So I'm going to put this on the front of the step. I'm going to make sure that the door fits, of course. And I am going to basically fill that whole section up. So it looks like the door is wide open. And then that rectangle that is up there, this is Day at the Farm. And of course, I did end up using the die cut just to cut it out, or the die to cut it out. For most of my attendees of Crafting at the Lake House, they got a picture of sort of like a sheep staring in, or, there was silos and grass. I ended up getting just some flowers. So there's the little kitty going down. And because these running shoes I wanted them up on dimensional adhesive, I cut a sliver of my what do we call those? Dimensionals. And I put the strip along underneath it. And at this point in time, I did not have my take your pick tool. I don't know. It was, like I said earlier in the series, I do trades with the demonstrator that I work with, and I think she had my bins and I had hers at this point, or vice versa, whatever. And I couldn't find my take your pick tool. Anyway, I did find it and I have it now, but I had to use my old pokey tool. And this is just some pearls that the pearls, regular jewel pearls, and I colored them black with a Stampin marker, and blends marker, I should say. And that is my fun little fold. And again, I will show you the template here in a minute, and you can just pause and write down everything you need to. All right, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.